In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to replace the PCB that controls the two arm control buttons located in the right-hand armrest. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the remote pocket. And those two buttons are the buttons. If they're not working, we need to replace the PCB. Next, we need to remove the right-hand armrest. The way the arm comes off is there's a release lever on the bottom of it that you need to pull down, and then you slide the armrest backward. Now, if you can't pull down on the release button, if it feels like it's stuck, you need to first tap the arm from the front a little bit and then try to pull down on the release tab again. If it's still stuck, do the same thing, tap it from the rear, and then once you can pull down the release, then the armrest comes easily off. Next thing we need to do is power off the chair by unplugging it. And then we can use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the 6 screws that secure that plastic plate that covers the PCB. We can remove that plastic cover. Next, we can use a needle nose pliers to remove the hot glue that's securing the 3 connectors to the PCB, so that we can disconnect those connectors. Need to be careful not to damage any of the wiring while we're doing this. Okay, then once all the cables are disconnected, we can use a Phillips head screwdriver again to remove the 2 screws that secure the PCB. And we can remove the PCB from the chair. To install the new PCB then, place the PCB into position with the single connector toward the rear of the chair and replace the 2 screws to secure it. And you can reconnect the 3 connectors. And we will not be resecuring them with hot glue. Just make sure they're seated properly and fully connected. Okay, make sure the cables are routed through the slots that are there for that purpose, and then you can replace the white plastic cover and secure it using the 6 screws. To reinstall the armrest then, note there are locking clips toward the front and toward the rear of the armrest. We'll be sliding these, the top part of the locking clip, into the bottom. So we're going to align it with the armrest locking clip positioned behind the clip that's in the arm. We will then slide the arm cap forward. You'll see that right now this release lever mechanism is here, and the hole that it will eventually go into is here. So as this whole thing slides forward, this release lever will pop up and go into the hole to secure the armrest. Okay, so with the armrest locking clip positioned behind the locking clip, we can lower the armrest flat and then push down firmly and push the armrest forward, and you can hear those clips engage. And you should strike it firmly from the back to make sure. And the way you'll know that the armrest is secure is if you reach underneath, and that release lever should have gone up into the armrest into its hole that we saw before. Next, we can plug in the chair and test the arm controls to make sure they're working properly.